Friday brought to you by Secure Store 50,
Pancratz and Hodge,
Furniture Warehouse,
King Construction,
and Charleston Insurance.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, also I wonder if you can see, I love your drawings, and no one gets to see these drawings that Bruce does, but he's quite an artist. So here's a little pig guy. I think he's smoking a cigarette. He's got a beer. That's what we find all around the office. Bruce is a doodler.
Well, there you go. All right.
So how are you doing, man? Bruce the doodler.
I'm good. Hey,
Did I embarrass you? Your
no,
face is
I'm
red.
not embarrassed. No, we're good.
I don't think
it's
you can
hot in here.
embarrass
It's just
you.
hot in here, man. Where's the beer? Okay, let's talk about the beer first.
And not Bruce's doodling.
Yeah.
I thought we should have a little Bruce comic strip in the paper. You know
I'm in. I am. Joey has to be somebody has to be the censor on that deal.
Yeah. Okay. This is called Take the Hidden Trail.
Yeah, where's this from?
This is from, I want to say Garden City. So I've never had it. This was brought to us by the Kindies.
This is a
from
good
their
beer.
travel. Yeah, I think
Thank
it's a
you,
dunkel.
Kindies.
It tastes like a dunkel. Is it a dunkel?
Dunkel.
Okay.
That's a good
So
beer,
it's
man.
a dunkel. Oh, here it says right on it. 5.9 ABV.
Oh, that's perfect.
Surgeon General, pregnant women shouldn't drink this according
No,
to it.
don't drink it,
Let
pregnant
me
women.
see
Don't.
if there's any other info on it. No, but I mean, it's a good tasting dunkel.
Yeah, it is. Good beer, man.
It's pretty malty. There's a good malt at the end.
I like this.
Feels full.
They did a great job. Kindies did a great
Thanks,
Thank you.
Kindies.
Thank you.
Yeah, so what else is going on?
Well,
with you,
I have a couple things I want to talk about, but you're a year older now. You
I
feel
am a year older now.
Feel older and more mature. And
No, I don't feel
good.
older.
I'm
more
glad.
mature.
I'm glad. Okay. All right. Well, I had a couple ideas
Sure.
in my head, but I'm not sure we can pull them off. And since you're a practicing attorney, I mean, you're licensed.
Yeah.
I thought that
In
you
bird
could.
law. If anyone watches It's Always Sunny. Okay.
I think you could help me work through this.
Okay.
First one. This is a great idea. We just have to work through the legalities. Harvey County Fair Parade's coming up, right, in
Yeah.
August. Right around the corner. So we get a truck. We get Rusty's truck. We can put Harvey County now 10 years, right? 10 years.
Yeah.
And then you and I are in the back, like by the tailgate, and we have the table set up, and we're doing Beer Friday right there with the crowd, the chaos, but we're drinking beer. Now, that's the part we have to work through.
I don't know. It depends.
It's
Because
a prop.
Well, hold on, because I know that they usually do a special use permit out of the park for their concert, but I don't know if that special use permit would last. Would last,
it
or
get
if
us
it's a
down Main
specific time. Oh, you're talking about
the
drive down Main
parade.
Street.
Oh, yeah.
No, I think it's probably illegal. I mean, if you're in the back, because I know if even you can't have an open container, period. I think
Right.
that goes to the truck.
Does
I don't
it?
think we go down Main. Now, in the park, I don't know if the park is totally wet or if it's just part for the concert.
Oh.
I would have to look at the permitting.
Okay. Yeah, no, I
Or
want to be
everyone
be
could
in
just-
the parade drinking beer.
Everyone could just be cool.
They could.
That's the other thing.
Just
is
be
just
cool for
be
once,
cool,
you know?
Scott,
Well, you know
Craig,
how-
Chad. Just be cool. That's all we want. Everyone was cool the kickball tournament or whatever a couple years ago, or it's
Right.
So just be cool.
Well, you know how kids throw candy out? We could throw beers to the
Yeah,
crowd.
I think that's a liability thing. You clock someone in the head, they'd be
I
bleeding.
didn't say like baseball.
But
Like,
no,
take
I
this.
mean, there is a low-key be cool thing on certain events. Because,
There
like, certain
are.
events aren't, like, wet, but they're kind of, like...
Right.
I mean, I don't want to, like, ruin everyone's thing,
Right,
but there's
yeah.
a couple large-scale events where everyone comes around together in the summer where,
Right.
you know, we just kind of turn the other way.
I need everybody to call your local officials on
It
this
just-
one. Let them be cool.
Just be
Help them-
cool.
help them be cool.
That'd be a good shirt. Be cool, Newton.
It would be. It would be.
Okay,
That's
so
great.
what's your other legal thing?
Okay, well, this is I want you to throw in on this with me. This is
Okay.
the most brilliant thing I've come up with. This is a business plan, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and I want to preface this. When I get, for my old people prescription drugs, I go to Heston Pharmacy, right? However, I did say a few months ago I like Walgreens. The reason, not for prescription drugs, but they sell them. They're a pharmacy. They also sell chewing tobacco and cigarettes and beer. And I thought we could have a little pharmacy and we'd sell fishing equipment and knives with all that.
I think
Don't
that's
you-
called a bait shop.
But they don't sell
No,
pharmacy.
it's called a bait shop.
They don't have
You got
with a
fishing
pharmacy,
stuff,
you could-
knives,
no, you could-
tobacco, chewing tobacco, and then you just sell pills too. I'm sure you could go someone's trailer out in the county and find all these things
See,
for
you
sale.
could say, I need something, I need like a eyeglass cleaner and some pads for my corns and
Who's
worms.
your target audience with this business plan? 'Cause
It's
it
going to be
sounds-
called America's Pharmacy.
We have a chain in southeastern Missouri.
So yeah, why don't you Fire up the LLC on that for me, Adam, would you?
Yeah, I don't know about that. We'll brainstorm this
We'll
a little
brainstorm
bit.
this one. Okay, that's all I got.
The next Dollar General, man. America's Pharmacy.
It's a winner.
Pills, guns. We should sell guns.
I
too.
thought about that too. No, we could sell it all. But small. I don't want to be like Walmart. I don't want garden soil and crap. I want just good stuff.
Well, what if people want garden soil with their pills and knives, huh?
Well, we'll work a deal.
All right. Well, okay. So there's that. Should I get to the news?
You probably should.
So
yeah.
speaking of things that probably have slightly better business plans than America's Pharmacy Drug and Bait Shop. We got I just got back from Mostazo. I hope I'm saying that right. Mostazo. It's a pottery gallery that is and a store that is opening right. It's where Moyo's was. So 615, 617 on North Main. So it is like he's got a kiln and like a workshop on one side. He has got all their pottery. And here's what I think is cool about it, because when I first heard pottery, I was like, but like their stuff is really really cool.
Right.
Two, it's all like, it's not like fancy art gallery. I mean, it's really well done, but it's stuff that you can actually like buy for gifts and presents. And a lot of it is like usable stuff. They've got really cool like olive oil. Like, I don't know if it's an urn or a vase. What would you call an olive oil pourer thing?
Yeah, I know.
Like a
carafe? Olive oil
whatever
carafe?
it is. They've got cool stuff like that.
No,
They've got
no,
great
that.
coffee mugs. They've got cool bowls. They've got all kinds of stuff. They've been working like crazy in there over the last 4 months. Like, it's worth just seeing what they did to the downtown building because it's absolutely beautiful. So I got to tour around that, talk to everybody over there.
Yeah.
And they are having their soft opening tomorrow. So
Beautiful.
Saturday, you can pop in if you're nosy or you just want to buy some pottery or just check it out,
Yeah,
talk to the
just
folks.
check it out.
It's open, and then they're going to have regular hours following. So I think it's 10 to 5 Monday through Friday, and I think
them.
it's I want to say 8 to 5 on Saturday, 8 to 3 on Saturday. Just read the article. It's in the newsletter. I should have that in my notes.
Okay.
So anyway, that's a big deal because they actually they had this in Harper. They have a huge following out of like the area of Wichita, South Central Kansas.
Right,
So they would
okay.
draw in like huge crowds to Harper for certain events they would hold. Well, they have a little bit of a tie to the Newton community. They
Okay.
wanted to be a little closer to Wichita for their crowd. And so we actually are kind of hopeful that this is going to be a decent little draw on
I
Main
want
Street.
that to happen. That's
So,
awesome.
Anyway,
Good for them.
Yeah, and he's a cool dude. They're all cool with the shoes. So
Yeah.
welcome to Newton Shoes.
Yeah, welcome to Newton. That's their last name of the shoes?
SCHUE, I think. I'd
Okay.
have to again
Oh,
look at my
okay.
notes.
Okay,
They're
I
not
gotcha.
like shoes, like the shoes.
Yeah, like they served at Bentley. Yeah, I got you.
Oh, I missed that. This is way too off.
Go ahead.
Rest
I'm
in
sorry.
peace, Roadkill Cafe. If you know, you know.
Go ahead.
The shoe was delicious.
It
Okay,
was.
so
Go
we
ahead.
got, speaking of locations, Moxy.
Yes.
Moxy is opening Saturday. Ready to go.
Ready to roll, man.
Soft opening's Friday night.
Yeah,
So
right.
I might swing by
Is
there.
that tonight? That's tonight, yeah.
But Saturday, they're open. Starting open at 4, and they're going to be running open. So I think they are closed Sundays and Mondays, and the rest of the week. They're open hours at 4. This is cool. So I wrote about it when it was supposed to open like a year and a half or 2 years ago.
I remember.
It felt like the boy who cried wolf. That fell through. Kimberly Kirchner.
Yep.
Kirchner. I guess I
Kirchner,
always say
yeah.
her name wrong, and I always
Yeah.
feel bad about it.
No, that's all right. Yeah.
But Kimberly and Jason Miller, they've all
Yes.
been doing a
Oh my
ton of
gosh.
work in there, getting that thing.
It's
It looks absolutely
phenomenal.
Yeah, it's and we're not saying that just because she does little work for
No,
us. She
no.
does a good job. But it's night and day what they've done. They've redid the bar. It feels warm, feels comforting. It's pretty cool.
It is comfortable. Right.
It's gonna be a cool place for trivia. It's gonna be a cool place for live music. It's just
I'm digging it.
Yeah, it fills a niche here.
Yeah,
that
I
we've
agree.
kind of been needing. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's opening up. A lot of folks were excited about that. A lot of people read the article when we put it out.
Our buddy Dustin from the Haymakers.
Oh yeah, he's playing tomorrow night over
playing
there.
tomorrow night.
So yeah, if you need something to do Saturday night.
They are A-okay, man. So yeah.
Yeah, I only had a tiny pour, so
That's all right.
a little more here.
Okay,
Oh,
me too.
Joey, did you
Here,
get
you
yours
go
already?
ahead. You go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So what else do we got? Oh, elections. I can't even read my writing. I said
okay, go
electricians.
ahead, yeah.
I have not checked it today, but the Halstead race heating up. They've got they've got like 8 people for the mayor and council race. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing that it's the battery energy storage system driving this, if I had to guess.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that's going. But yeah, so I got to look at filings. The last day for filing is Monday. And again, I didn't look at the election list this afternoon, but Newton did not have a competitive city commission race, which is kind of surprising.
Yeah, it is.
I've never seen it not have a competitive city
Huh.
race. The school district will finally fill their vacant seat, so that's up.
Yeah,
Woo!
right. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on there, so I'll have a final update on who's all running, but those are always kind of interesting to follow. And local elections are really important. Everyone's like, I don't care about
I
local.
don't know.
They're really important. They have the most impact in your life on anything.
So I was thinking people could write me in, and my campaign would be, he's not qualified.
I actually
Vote
think that's...
Beamer, he's not qualified.
I think that's a winning strategy.
No, it
actually.
is. And then if I screwed something up, I was like, it said right
I
there
told
on the
you
damn
right
poster.
there what you were voting for. I am not qualified.
Yeah.
I just like Bruce because he says what he thinks, you know. He told me he was completely unqualified.
me.
And that's the kind of honesty I look for.
I am. He's going to open that pharmacy, and it's a hell of a deal for Newton, Kansas.
Circling back.
There you go.
There's some traffic updates here. There's some work being done on Washington Road here. It looks like Southeast 10th. So starting there, Pine Street, Southeast 6th Street, Southeast 3rd Street.
Wow.
It's like the milling, repaving, summer stuff going on. So they do zones. They have little zones in the city that they rotate. So if you see some work on there, you might have to work your way around it. And the last thing, and I'm going to do a little soapboxy stuff. And
Okay, get on your soapbox, brother.
Well, okay, here's my deal. So, and I threw something in the newsletter the other day about it. The BOE Survey. Okay, so the Newton Board of Education, they have been doing this strategic plan. They paid a huge amount of money to do the strategic plan. And like they looked at like facilities, they looked at capacity, they looked at functional capacity, they looked at demographics, they looked at future enrollment projections, they looked at all this stuff. This company did, these companies did, these architects, everyone. Looked through the buildings, looked at the roofs, they did all this stuff. So there's been a group of community members that could have applied or somewhere pointed that have been working on like looking at like what do they think is important for the school district and what are some of the challenges it faces and what are some solutions to these challenges. So they put this together in this big plan. There's all this information. And then they put out a survey, and they sent out mailers to everyone in Newton, or most people in Newton. They've been very vocal in public about, like, hey, fill out the survey. They had an event where they presented this information. We're like, whoever wants to come, fill out the survey. If you care about the future of the district or what we should do, fill out the survey. So, hell, we wrote an editorial about it.
Yes, you did.
No one filled out the survey.
Come on!
I think like 149 people had filled it out of like Tuesday night, and hopefully more people filled it out. But like, so, okay, whatever. If you think everything is going great and perfect in Newton and just have no opinions and are like, you got this, okay, fine.
Dude,
I get it. But like, and the district's like, well, we might use this for a bond issue. This is going to be used in a bond issue. There's going to be a bond issue probably coming up in 2026.
Right,
Everyone approves it. Like, blah, blah. This is going to be, like, this is some feedback for a bond issue, and this is going to help structure how they structure the bond issue. So I have covered a lot of bond issues. I've covered Newton bond issues, covered all these other bond issues. And the common denominator to bond issue is there's like a 6-year period where everyone's coming up and forming these plans, and everyone works together and says, okay, we're going to come up with a plan. And then after that plan is done, after it is on the ballot, what happens? People come forward and they're like, this is a terrible plan. Why didn't you ask me about this plan? I didn't know this was going on because it wasn't teleported into my head. Like, that is what happens every time. And so all I'm saying is they extended the deadline. And so if you have thoughts, opinions, all this stuff,
please,
you can fill out the survey and rank. I did it. It doesn't take that long. And like some of this stuff, like I was like, I think this is a great idea. Some of the stuff I was like, this is stupid. So like, it's not hard. No. And here's the deal. Because some people are like, it doesn't matter because they're just going to ignore me. Well, if they ignore you, great. At least you have some soapbox to stand on them.
That's
You're like,
right.
that's crap. They ignored it. Like, it's better than just being like, well, I thought this, but I didn't say anything. So that said, I just think you should fill out the survey.
Fill out the survey, man.
That's it. That's my rant.
Yeah, good rant. Good job.
I'm done.
Okay.
And unless you have anything else, I think we should take.
We're gonna take a break. We got a guest.
Get my blood pressure down.
Yeah, get your blood and it's gonna be awesome.
Okay.
All right, let's take a break.
Sorry for that.
Okay. Hey, welcome back. This is exciting, madam, because one, we have Mandy Craig from the local table with us, and she brought a ton of food.
Yes, which we appreciate. I think
Yes,
it was like, hey,
yes.
if we bring you food, can I come? Yeah,
Yeah,
you can.
absolutely. No,
Absolutely.
you're in. Let's get you going
Food,
here.
beer, whatever. We're pro. So, tell us a little bit about what's going on. Local table.
Yeah.
Can you explain what the local table
fill
is?
us
to
in
folks?
on this deal.
So, the local tables, a public restaurant that is out at Blue Sim Kidron Communities. We are fairly new, a couple years now, and we our residents who live in the community come over and eat, and then also the public. So we're just trying to do outreach to get everybody to know where we are.
Yeah. And so that's over on. So how would you just go in the front door? How do you get to the?
Yeah,
you know,
how
it's
do
kind
you
of a
get
big old
over there?
complex, and you don't want to go
Yeah.
to the wrong place.
Yeah. So we do have large signs that say the local table in with the Kidron signs.
So you got to read.
You do have to be able to
Okay.
read.
Bummer.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. You might be able to Google that, or
Google it.
they can tell you through the phone how to get there if you just say the words. Ivy Drive.
Oh.
So if you follow Ivy Drive, you'll find us.
Okay, so you guys have burgers. Good burger. Did you start out serving breakfast, or did you always serve burgers?
We've had a full menu.
Okay.
Yep.
Joy,
And
would you bring some napkins?
I think one of the things is maybe why you hear about the breakfast. It is probably our biggest seller. We
Okay.
have
We've
super
gone over there.
good coffee waffles, regular waffles that I can't even tell you where the stuff comes from because it's our secret.
Tell us about the
and-
coffee waffles. I'm
Yeah,
not sure I've had those.
made with
Phil-
espresso.
Oh my goodness.
Made with
Okay.
espresso and a sweet cream batter.
Oh gosh. Okay.
So
Oh,
they are
sold.
beautiful and they smell delicious. They smell the whole room up. We make them fresh as you order them, big Belgian style. Our stuffed French toast is another big winner. I think because our breakfast is so popular, that's why a lot of people know of us. So this is why I didn't bring breakfast. This is why I brought the other stuff. So you
So,
can
like,
see.
what are your
the other stuff.
hours?
Yeah. So we are open Wednesday through Sunday. Wednesday through Saturday is 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., kind of typical cafe hours. And then Sunday, we are open at 10, but we will move to 11 just because we need to change the times a little bit.
Sure,
So
yeah,
11
okay.
to 2. Closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, so we can recoup from all this cooking we do all week.
Makes
that's
sense.
very
Yeah.
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 So this is bacon jam.
It's homemade bacon jam.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Okay. It's pretty tasty. And did we have
It is tasty.
a quiz tied to this? Is
You
that true?
do. You
Okay.
do. So, there is only 5 ingredients in this bacon jam that we made.
Okay.
Here are your options to see if you can figure out which.
You want to just go through each
5.
one of them, Adam, one at a time? We'll
Well,
just,
there.
I don't see bacon on here. That would be one, right? Okay, so bacon. Oh, I missed
Oh,
it right there.
yeah.
Applewood smoked bacon.
bacon. What do you think about garlic, Mr.
No,
Oh.
there's either onions or shallots in here. Onions. I'm gonna go with. It's probably fancy. Hold on. Let me look at this little piece here.
They're fancy onions.
Well, I've got shallots.
That's what a shallot is.
Fancy onions. Now it feels to me like it's onions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
Okay.
applewood bacon, onions. I think there's balsamic in here. I think that's what's giving some sweet. I have not seen a whole lot of garlic. Bruce, do you have any other suggestions what you think's in here?
What do you think about the apricots? I think they might be. I'm not
I
sure.
could be totally wrong. That could be an apricot.
I'm not sure.
No, I feel apricot might be a better guess than my
I-
balsamic.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. I'm gonna go with apricots on that one. Have we got how many? How many?
How many-
You've
Wait, not
gotten
enough.
2 correct out of the 3 you've said.
Okay.
Okay.
I bet it's apricots. I bet it's not balsamic. Maybe it
So
was.
okay.
That's really tricky because like
Wrong answer.
okay, so it's not balsamic.
It is balsamic.
So it's not apricot.
So there's no apricots in here whatsoever.
It's like my thought. 'cause
Well, gosh
balsamic and
dang,
apricots
we
have
should
a
put some
similar
in
taste.
here.
We
We've
get-
still got 2 more ingredients.
Okay.
though.
Okay.
I think there's something else adding the sweet. Now I would probably guess brown sugar. I'm not getting the maple, so
I'm gonna go with you on that one.
I don't think there's ghost peppers in here. Gonna go out on a limb. I don't
I'm
think there's
no-
gochujang. Don't think there's shallots.
I don't think there's Maker's Mark in here either.
Maybe there is.
You think?
I don't know. Keep all the
Why do they keep going back out of the kitchen? I don't know.
strong coffee. I don't really get a coffee vibe from it. So we got one more to guess here. Bruce.
Brown sugar was correct.
Okay.
Brown sugar. Okay, so name off the ones we have so
All
far.
right. We have Oh, you might have gotten less.
I could feel there's garlic.
Garlic and onions, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Balsamic, you got. We got that one.
Bacon.
Bacon, brown sugar, and one more. And it's a simple ingredient. It's not. It's not coconut bacon.
Pepper.
Ding, ding, ding.
Boom.
Got it. Simple, 5 ingredients.
Yeah. Well, it's very tasty. Feels good on a burger too.
I agree.
So that's
Yeah.
that. So
Very good.
thank you for bringing these burgers. There's all kinds of food here.
There is, so we have house chips. We fry these.
Oh
they
my
kind of look
gosh.
like ruffles.
Yeah, they do.
And we have a chip dip that goes with them, which is right here. You're
Oh
welcome to
gosh,
dip.
chips and chip dip. Hell of a deal.
Now,
Okay.
remember, when you get these on your plate, they'll be nice and warm. And
Right.
Super good.
Yeah.
sweet potato,
And even if
waffle
they were, we
fries.
wouldn't say so. But they are actually good.
Yeah. These are super good.
They're fun and they're a good appetizer. And
Yeah.
then our tasty, tasty fries that are the most popular dipped in our homemade ranch.
Ooh.
Oh
How
my
about that?
gosh.
That's probably one of our biggest sellers amongst our staff. Is that ranch's
That's good
delish.
stuff. Thank you.
Yeah.
So what's your story?
Yeah.
What
What
do
is
you do
your
over there?
story?
What's my story?
What brought you here? I mean, to the local table.
To the local table.
Yeah.
Well, I've been working in food service my whole life. 20 years ago, almost 30 years. That kind of says how old I am.
Started when you were 10 or
Yeah, I
what?
did. Really, probably about 14 to be honest with you. Washing dishes. Been in healthcare most of those years. Did school nutrition for a few years. Me and my husband owned a bar for
Nice.
Wow.
What bar did
temporarily
you guys
for a
have?
while. Park City.
Okay, what was the bar?
It was Booze and Buddies back then.
Oh.
Oh, nice. Cool. That's a great name too.
Oh, it is a great name. COVID did.
Yeah,
we-
COVID's terrible.
We didn't have a food license, so with the restrictions and
Right.
all, they didn't want us to stay open.
Ooh.
So I was also working full time still in healthcare food service, and so I worked at that place, which was in Wichita for years and years and years. And then one day I was like, man, I've been through COVID, been through having
Yeah.
to close things down, and been in healthcare and was kind of tired, and so I wanted to change. So then I kind of just started looking, and Local Table popped up on my Indeed. So I was like,
Very
huh.
nice.
And I actually worked at Kidron Bethel when I was a senior in high school, so back
Wow,
in
cool.
'95.
Okay.
You came
It's kind of
full
like
circle.
working back up. It's kind of like being at my alma mater.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah, well,
kind
that's
of the
also
feel.
good.
So yeah,
Good
so
deal.
been here almost a couple months, and we're trying to get our name out. And,
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
You ever have any UFO encounters or Bigfoot encounters? Have you ever had anything you saw weird or in the sky or anything?
There's a lot of weird stuff in North
Maybe some weird birds, but
Weird
I
birds.
don't know if they're.
Have you seen the vultures? There's usually a lot of vultures that hang out
Yeah.
around up there.
Yeah. UFOs, maybe weird lights. Don't know if it's a UFO. I mean, it is unidentified.
They
so
also
it could
saw
be
a cougar
UFO.
there like 6 months ago.
I know. Yeah. There's cougars and weird birds running around North Newton. It's dangerous.
And
over
they
there.
might be in the sky.
Don't go up there.
So, there you go.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
anything?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the
absolutely.
food. It was delicious.
It's fun
Yes.
and great food. And
Local
thank
table.
You.
Yes.
There you
Local
go.
table.
Thank you for
All
having
right.
us.
All right.
Thanks for the food.
Yeah.
Thank
be
you.
kind.
All right, be
Cheers.
kind. All right.